Morning guys, myself Sandeep Kumar Reddy from Ingenious Competitive Training Academy. Today I will be discussing about the GK one-liner question, that is part 32. So please check my playlist where you will find up to part 30, which are very useful for all competitive examinations, though these questions have been taken out from the previous question papers. As you can see in the next slide, it has been given as Indian Standard Time, that is IST, which is fixed on the mean time of 82.5 degrees east meridian, which passes through Allahabad and Raipur. We should remember that whatever the Indian Standard Time which we are taking from India, that passes through Allahabad and Mirzapur. So this is one thing you have to remember. In UP it is given where you will find this 82.5 degrees longitude. The fog which reduces visibility usually occurs when moist air touches cold surface of the earth. This is one thing you have to remember. The fog which reduces visibility usually occurs when moist air touches cold surface of the earth. What exactly the fog is? So smoke plus fog, that is smog. So that is one thing you have to remember. The term Nishan refers to remotely piloted aircraft. As you can see to the right side, what the DRDO had developed, it is one thing Nishan. This is one thing which is developed remotely piloted aircraft which can be operated without pilot. By fitting the cameras, it can do the surveillance all over the places for the distance up to whatever the capacity it has got. The world's largest diamond trading center is located in which place? We knew that South Africa is very famous for the diamond, and Durban, where the maximum diamond trading center is located. Next we have the term CRR, that is cash reserve ratio, which refers to limit on the amount that can be lent by commercial banks from their deposits. This is one thing you have to remember. CRR stands cash reserve ratio, that refers to limit on the amount that can be lent by commercial banks from their deposits. Next we have the term plastic money applies to transaction made out of credit cards mainly issued by banks. This is one thing. Whatever the plastic money, that means credit cards mainly issued by the banks are known as plastic money. The word Satyameva Jayate, we knew that in the state emblem it has been written as Satyameva Jayate, which has been taken from Mundaka Upanishad. This is one thing you have to remember. The national emblem of India is an adaptation of the lion capital of Ashoka of Sarnath. So whatever the four lines, this is the national emblem. It has been adopted from the lion capital of Ashoka of Sarnath. It was adopted as our emblem on 26 January 1950 when India became a republic. Our emblem is used for many official documents like currency notes, passports, etc. The emblem symbolizes power, courage and confidence. The motto of the emblem is Satyamev Jayate, which means truth alone trumps. That is what exactly means. Next we have the term mad cow, that relates to a brain disease in Europe caused by eating beef. We knew that whoever had the beef, they had a disease with mad cow. You can see how exactly the mad cow disease is. This is one thing you have to remember. Severity: cow begins mad seizures months or year after infection. Here, a person or animal eats food contaminated with brain or spinal cord tissue from infected animal. That disease attacks nervous system, outer layer of the brain develops tiny holes, looks spongy. This is what happens to the human when you have this type of beef meat. Dr. Norman E. Borlaug, the Nobel Prize winner who visited India in 1996, is a research scientist in the field of agriculture. This Borlaug is known as father of Green Revolution. If it has been given as Indian father of Green Revolution, that is MS Swaminathan. Next we have the Treaty of Srirangapatnam was signed between the Tipu Sultan and Cornwallis. Please remember, whatever the treaty, it was happened between Tipu Sultan and Cornwallis. Between these two, this Treaty of Srirangapatnam had been signed. The President of India can declare the emergency under the Article 360 of the Constitution of India if there is a financial instability in a state. We should remember, the President has got the power to declare the emergency. That emergency is Article 360. This is concerning to the financial instability in a state occurs. During that time, this emergency may be implemented by the President. I request you guys to check playlist and share it to your friends. You can even join me on Defense ICTA. There are more than 800 plus question papers have been given. This is one thing we have to remember. This whole playlist have been segregated into various parts. Have a look. Next we have the power is exclusively enjoyed by the Lok Sabha to pass the vote of no confidence on the Union Council ministers. This is one thing. The power is exclusively enjoyed by the Lok Sabha to pass the vote of no confidence on the Union Council ministers. This is what the Lok Sabha has got. The first woman Supreme Court judge, she was Fatima Bibi. You can see to the right side, she was the first woman Supreme Court judge, Fatima Bibi. The concept of DPSP, that is Directive Principles of State Policy, which has been taken from the Ireland. Now we have the capital of Chalukyas was located at Badami. So this is one thing, guys, we have to remember. What exactly the capital of Chalukya? That was Badami. Next we have the father of nuclear research in India, Homi J. Baba, that is Homi Jahangir Baba, had been called as the father of nuclear research. We should remember that whatever the nuclear explosion has been taken place, that was taken place in Pokhran, which is in Rajasthan. The number of players play in the sports, that is polo. We knew that whatever the game has been played, it will be played on the horses. That is 4 members will be played from each team. The headquarters of the Interpol, that is International Police Organization, as you can see to the right side, which is located in the capital of France, that is Paris. The demarcation between the India and Tibet, McMahon line, is the one which divides India as well as Tibet. We can even tell China. Next we have the festival of Diwali is associated with the victory of Rama over Ravana. We knew that whatever the war was happened between Rama as well as Ravana, Rama won. With that celebration, the festival of Diwali is celebrated. Similipal Tiger Reserve, which is located in which place? That is located in Orissa. If we say Kaziranga, that is located in Assam. Bering Strait separates Asia from the North America. This is one thing you have to remember. Whatever the Bering Strait, which separates Asia from the North America. The highest tax revenue to the government of India, that is central excise, is the highest tax revenue to the government of India. Next we have the World Health Day, which is celebrated on which day? The World Health Day is celebrated on the 7th of the April. Next we have, I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and swear. That is given by the Winston Churchill. You can see to the right side the quotation, how exactly the Winston Churchill, this slogan has been given the Second World War in 1953. I have nothing to offer but blood, toil, tears and sweat. This is given by the Winston Churchill. The Treaty of Versailles signed in the year, that is 1919. We should even remember whatever the Jallianwala Bagh massacre happened in the year 1919 only. Next we have Eid-e-Milad is associated with the birth of Muhammad Prophet. We should remember who is the founder of the Muslim community, that is Muhammad Prophet. Eid-e-Milad is concerning to the birth of the founder of the Muslim religion. Gaya is association with the whatever the Gaya, that is the enlightenment of Buddha, is a place where both Gaya, the enlightenment has been taken place by Buddha. The princess stayed with Shah Jahan when he passed his last days as a prisoner. That princess named Jahanara. So she was the one who helped during the last days of the Shah Jahan. The place for skating is known as, you can see where the people start skating, that place is known as skating rink. The time taken by the Saturn to complete one revolution around the sun. This is what exactly we have to remember. If the earth wants to rotate around the sun, that takes 1 year. In the case of Saturn, which is a beautiful planet, that around the sun will take for 30 years to revolve around the sun. This is my mobile number, guys. You can download me, whatever. If you can download this 2100 PDF of GK and GS from Defense ICT Telegram. If you want, you can call me on 7666 730 252. Thank you, guys. I hope I am doing my part. I want you guys to share it to your friends. Have a good day. Have a great life.